Hindu and Vedic. They equate these two. I would say don't. And that they make stereotypes. Only if you know Sanskrit you will be spiritual. What is this? If you start glorifying, for example, Bhagavad Gita too much, I would tell them don't do it like that. So Vedas are our Bible. People talk like this in this language. Because in India they very clearly knew books came out of people. People were never made by books. Only then what is India will remain alive.
A lot of people, there is a lot of hate, actually a lot of hate that is going on the especially social media, YouTube, that Sadhguru has not read any scriptures and it comes from a specific organization that, hey, why come, how can he say that? And they are like very disrespectful also many times. So like, since you have read the scriptures also, and actually he was a professor, so he was actually teaching on. So please tell us about that also.
I would tell a very fundamental answer first, and then I'll come to Sadhguru. Why this is happening in India today? A few centuries ago, many centuries ago, or a few millennia ago, so many kinds of spiritual processes were happening in India, and all kinds of schools used to produce flowers in their own way. They would produce realized people in their own way. When that is happening in the society overall, there will be a collective awareness in people that, okay, this is the essential thing. Whether it is happening through this practice or that practice, or with scripture or without scripture, or with guru or without guru, all kinds of things.
Possibilities.
All these possibilities, that everywhere it was happening collectively, so many people were coming to it. So there is a general awareness in people, what is the essential thing, what is not the essential thing. When this organic ambience goes away, when such people are lesser and lesser in number, people will start making stereotypes. Only if you are doing this, it will happen. Only if you are that, it will happen. This scripture, non-scripture is one of that. So this is a very general, I would say, deterioration in the awareness of India's spiritual, entire culture itself. There they make stereotypes. Only if you know Sanskrit you will be spiritual. What is this? You can do it through scriptures also. You can do it without also. If this awareness is there, only then what is India will remain alive. Because of these few years of invasion and colonial rule on India, Indians have, in these last few centuries, without their knowledge, they have slowly adopted the Abrahamic religious template. They don't realize it actually, but it is very deep rooted. For example, the most superficial of that is glorifying one book. So that's why now I point out to people, if you start glorifying, for example, Bhagavad Gita too much, I would tell them don't do it like that. Even others have told it. Swami Vivekananda also has told it, that one book is not for our thing. So one step would be, see, we have so many Upanishads, so many rishis are there. When we say Upanishads, there are many. And in one Upanishad, there are so many stories, so many sages. It is never around one person. It is never around one book. That is one thing. But I would go one step further. Presently, there is a confusion between the words, confusion or conflation between the words Hindu and Vedic. They equate these two. I would say don't. Hindu is a much generic term. Sanatana Dharma, or whatever you call it, is a generic term. Vedic, you supposed to be, or it happened to be, one of the approaches which happened in this culture. That is not the only one. Don't equate this. Don't say that Vedas are our Bible. People talk like this in this language. Everything has to finally conform.
Because it is not written in the Vedas.
Many schools will submit themselves or conform themselves to the Vedas, Upanishads, whatever that branch. But don't equate that to Hindu. There are other things which don't go to the Vedas. Tantric schools don't go. So this is one thing India is presently struggling, and this is what I am realizing now more and more. Indians in a way were reacting to the religious forces or the Western templates, and they say they are trying to become Sanatana Dharma, revival of Sanatana Dharma, but what is actually they are doing is their reaction they're just becoming another kind of religion, getting too much centered on one book, or getting too centered on one set of books is also not an Indian thing. Getting centered on books itself is not an Indian thing to begin with, because in India they very clearly knew books came out of people. People were never made by books.
Yeah.
What people did went into scriptures. Scriptures, what was in the scriptures is not what people did. Which came first, people or scriptures?
Yeah, people.
People came first.
True.
What they explored was documented.
Was documented.